If Overwatch lives and breathes, ladies and gentlemen, then we are coming to you live from its beating heart. That's right, Anaheim.
If London had that sound barrier, it's better off to save it, because now you can come in and engage with the sound barrier, connects on to everybody, and look at this, they get a kill right away.
That's classy. Bellisria caught out of position at the start of that fight. He gets moved to the side as the Spitfire engage with that sound barrier. He's forced to look on in dismay as the rest of his team is sent to the chop shop. Here at the start of these fights. Nothing easy to farm for this charge until the bubble comes down. He can build some of that up, but M3's already found April. Headshot with the railgun. The perfect antidote here to whatever the Spitfire were cooking up. And they're out of the picture again. So they had to use a little prematurely here. Lander, looks like also there was a casino rush involved in that last fight. So the Spitfire now a little underarmed as they try and approach the point once more. And Bellisria going for the Primal Rage. Was hoping for a knockback kill, but look at the damage on him there. He'll circle back, but Sparker and Backbone have already done their fair share of damage. Bellisria in Primal, that's expired. He's down and it's only Aim God left. Nowhere to jump to here as the London Spitfire come out on top. This one is going to be quite the brawl.
Right, where they know that they can back off for a quick second, give up for a little bit. They know they have the ultimates, the abilities, just in general, to be able to flip that right back and get the advantage. It's two players with that Death Blossom. Bellisria has to use Primal, and he's going to get absolutely nothing for it. And you also have Hottie with a Primal Rage, right, as they try and push in, use some of that speed. Death Blossom, that's going to result in nothing as they're just so desperate, Mitch, just trying to make it towards the point.
Carpe just looking for anything at this stage. Still, London gives them absolutely nothing. It's a late Kitsune rush from the Spitfire, and they're going to use this to capitalize here. This is so classy from the London Spitfire, Matt. They know the Kitsune rush has a limited length, so they disengage, such that the Fusion have to move off of their own Kiriko ultimate and lose that haste bonus. And then they use one of their own as they're getting pushed into. Lovely stuff from the London Spitfire. Just their comprehension about, like you said, Matt, the way to go. Here's the dive. Bellisria booped up and going to be blown up pretty quickly. He's lucky to get out. There's going to be protection Suzu employed to make sure he can walk away in one piece. The London Spitfire almost 3 ticks on this point already. And oh God, the Fusion step off the point.
It's playoff time. You can tell by the way the Philly Fusion are playing right now. So, oh man, is no, not the best of starts right now from Philly is. What? I mean, London now 530.
Must be trying to LOS with it, right? Maybe he doesn't expect a face full of Hellfire shotgun pellets from Backbone. And that's another checkpoint given up by the Fusion. They had 4 players alive. They're under a lot of pressure, granted. But it's not a great look either, as the Spitfire now are absolutely blasting through the map. And Backbone, love a little bit of checkers.
Yeah, being able to get that teleport in midair. I saw a clip.
You notice he's really not extending outside of the payload sphere of influence. Hardy dives in, but not too deep. It's going to be another Kitsune rush deployed here. Aim God doesn't have his yet. Backbone's going to be firing it extremely fast, and I think the Fusion know we can't fight them inside this ultimate.
Yes, I mean, what do? I mean, Sparker's able to get 2. You have the Reaper on the cart. You can't get rid of him. Vixa touches. Aim God has nobody to teleport to.
Carpe way up.
Yeah.
Here come it. There it is. Okay.
In there it is, yeah.
Cuckoo clock going off there. Backbone's going to be dispatched early here. MM3 has a pocket to play in, and April's not able to get out of his line of sight quickly enough. Good start for the Fusion here. A little bit. Disrupt the shot, giving a tickle there. Hardy emerges within the midst of the Philadelphia Fusion now. Okay, Kitsune rush now off towards that right-hand side here. Carpe forced away by the Primal Rage Winston, but Hardy takes a licking as a result. Still able to play around the card. Philadelphia, they want to push this in. It's Backbone's Death Blossom though. That is a death knell for the Fusion. It's another push getting stuffed. He has to try and find some value here. But his Spitfire sitting in the corner. They're just waiting. 2 support ultimates online, but MN3 is able to find Backbone at the start of the fight. It's a good opener, to be sure. Kitsune rush used here, but the Spitfire in no position to come out and stand upon that hallowed ground. They're forced back inside the castle. And finally, the Fusion finds some picks from MN3. Bit of a Hail Mary, but they'll take it.
And I feel like this is like the wrong approach with a meta like this. I feel like you just need to take as many fights as possible. As it's a big Death Blossom with the Disruptor shot making it difficult for players to get out. Because, you know, there's so much burst damage here, Mitch, that like if you just play slow and wait to just try and get the perfect fight, the fight ends before you even have a chance, right? Whether it's like a Reaper shotgun, like insta-kill in close range, a railgun shot, that I think you just need to take constant fights with a meta like this.
Down barrier for the Fusion. They're going forward here. Both support ultimates from the Spitfire and the Fusion are a long way away from the cart. No chance of touching there. And I love what you mentioned.
Back up to the cart and gain some control for Phil.
Carpe and Bellisri are on the docket here to try and get them out of the sticky situation they've found themselves in. So they do. They pressure forward. Hardy eventually gets caught out. Later in the fight, Carpe's able to come alive. Sparker returns over the flourish. He's able to find that one elimination with the help of Landon. And Backbone wants to keep fighting. Again, London exemplify this keep going play style they've been showing us.
Well, Reaper is so difficult to just dislodge from areas, especially when you're playing that Winston, because
absolutely doggedly pursuing the back line. Great beat timing there. A second later, and that's the end of MN3. He still goes down anyway as Backbone gets his teeth in and won't let go. AimGod, meanwhile, out of the picture here. Very scary healing situation now for the Fusion. Carpe has to turn tail again.
Did they disrupt sure shot damage enough to take out Carpe at the end? So Beltria has to jump onto the point, but you see how weak he is right off the rip.
Yeah, he's in deep trouble. Again, the healing comes quicker from Kiriko with that haste buff, but it's just not enough to keep them alive. Not against the burst damage of Sparker from the top of the truck here. Carpe trying to go for a gambit, looking for a Death Blossom, and only comes up with Admiral. And that is far, far too little.
And dude, it's
really hard to break them. It doesn't want to be inside one for risk of just getting too close. She's very fragile if she gets caught out. Hardy is picked off though. So the Fusion now, this is where they have to go. If you think of the player advantage, they really need to pressure it a bit more. Okay, Kitsune Rush going to be in their face. Carpe's going to be rebuffed from the backline he intended to get to there. Spitfire holding a little bit longer, but Admiral obviously not opting to sound barrier here. Stall if he can, but there won't be much in this defense for the Spitfire. Hardy scouted with that jump. That was all it was really supposed to be, but they have to act quickly, and they've lost MN3. Or rather, they've lost Landon. MN3 was able to sit up on that high ground with the London Spitfire choosing oddly not to engage in that fight. They just get picked off. MN3 has his slide to be able to get away here. Hardy's going to have to look elsewhere. Right now, he'll be seeing nothing, sent back to spawn, and here come the Fusion now in this last phase of the map. The London Spitfire now struggling to answer the threat that is his Sojourn. But Carpe's going to be brought down by Admiral now. The brute force aspect of the Fusion's lineup has been taken out of the picture for now. And Hardy's able to force MN3 away by nothing but his vault. This is a great spot for this from Backbone. Pix is opening well, and the Death Blossom yields a team fight win.
Mix, right, that takes out everybody. I think it's more reliant on MN3 to hit some of these shots.
Carpe doesn't get where he needs to be, or so he thinks, but Hardy was a decent target for him. The Primal Rage, though, makes it harder to capitalize on. Kitsune Rush now down for the Spitfire. The sound barrier is going to be there as well. Backbone coming in with the Death Blossom, and MN3 is felled. Bellisri clinging to life, and you know what they say, Matt, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Once again, the London Spitfire dominate the Fusion in a post-season game. What a showing from this Spitfire. Really hard to have criticisms of their play in this match.